What's up, my friend? I've been a firefighter 17 years, and there's been a few stressful situations that I've been in that have allowed me to develop a system. It's a 5-step system to process emotions. And today's video is about step 1 and how important breathing is. So for a 911 call, we had a woman that climbed in a tree and tied a rope around here and was threatening to jump off and stop her time here on Earth. So pretty big deal. And when I got on scene, there was a police officer and her that having a conversation that wasn't pleasant. He was telling her to get out of the tree. She was saying, F you, MFer, I'm not getting out of the tree. The police officer was so frustrated, he walked away. So I took that as an opportunity to go talk to her because I knew if I could get her to breathe, she'd feel this much better. I mean, you can test it out for yourself now. Take a deep breath and notice how you change. You relax a little bit. So I knew if I could get her to breathe, man, it would change her state. So as I'm walking up, she's yelling at me, I hate all men. And she's angry, sad, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 angry and sad. And I said, hey, I'm not going to ask you to get out of the tree or take the rope off your neck. I'm just going to ask you to take 2 deep breaths and watch me. Did it really slow and loud so she could hear it. This whole time she's yelling at me, not paying attention to me. She's really upset. Well, I hear a dog barking, and I ask her about the dog, and it's her dog. I finally got her attention. She responded to me about the dog. So I said, hey, now that I got your attention, let's take 2 deep breaths, man. Just watch me. She still wouldn't do it. So I elevated my voice and frequency a little bit. And I said, look, I'm not asking you to do cartwheels up there. I'm asking you to take 2 deep breaths. And she goes, fine. That was her 2 deep breaths. Really rapid, really shallow, lots of stress. And immediately, everything relaxed. All the tension that was around us relaxed. She relaxed. And she started telling me right away the source of her stress. It was that her dad hurt her when she was young. And I'm talking in code, I'm talking about SA. I have my own SA story. And I said, well, it's no accident that I'm here. And I remember in my healing journey, I share my story with people, and it's healing to know you're not alone. It's healing for me to share my story. And I said, I bet when you get out of this tree and you're ready to share your story, you're going to help other people heal. And I can see her shaking. I said, let's take some more deep breaths. So now she's taking full, slow, long, deep inhales, exhales. And after about 5 rounds of breathing, she takes the rope off of her neck and climbs down out of the tree. We go to the ambulance, and we grabbed her dog for her. How cool is that? Brought her dog to the ambulance. And at this point, no medical emergency, just some mental health stuff. And I could see her in pain and crying. And her words, ashamed and embarrassed. And I told her, you know how many times I've screwed up? This is a great night. You get to pick where you want to go. No one was hurt. I mean, this is a fantastic night. But now I have to ask you the most important question of the night. And I said, hey, what's your favorite color? Her eyes get real big and she goes, pink! And starts laughing. So she went from wanting to end it all to laughing in about 10 minutes. So I sat there and scratching my head going, what just happened? It was our breath. we took those breaths, and this big giant oil tanker started to turn around. And my life changed, and I knew breathing was maybe the most important thing, which is why I made it step one in my 5 steps to processing emotions. Anyway, here's my campfire. Y'all have a great day.